Yo, what's up? Welcome back to episode 5 of Gaming Talks with Giammi. The last 2 episodes have been doing amazing. I'm so happy you guys are enjoying it, or at least even listening to what I'm saying, which is absolutely mind-blowing because I thought I had the insights of a raccoon. But when it comes to games, I have 1 or 2 brain cells more than usual. I don't know how that sounds, but it's fine. Basically, what's today going to be today? So I'm a massive PlayStation fan. I only play PlayStation my entire life. I've never done anything else. Like I know a lot of people went from PlayStation 2 to Xbox 360 to PlayStation 4 to then PC or whatever. I was PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 and PC. Just because PlayStation for me is such an, all the games I played on PlayStation, they're all amazing games. They all impacted me positively. They left a mark on me. Uncharted, The Last of Us, all amazing games that I think we will cherish for the rest of our lives, and have an impact worldwide. There's movies now and TV shows. It shows how big they are, and that's why I'm really excited to do this video, which is about the best PlayStation exclusive. In my opinion, essentially we'll be looking at all the PlayStation's, some of the PlayStation exclusives that I think are some of the best, and we will rank them on something that I have never done before, and that is a tier list. I've never done tier lists on the channel. I've seen a lot of people doing them, so this is what we're going to do today. Today's episode is going to be focused about. But yeah, so let's prepare. Let's get started on this tier list. I'm excited. I don't know what's going to come out. Please don't kill me if I put games in the wrong place, but we'll see. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Perfect. Here we go. So this is the tier list. So don't judge me on the things I never played. If you want to do this well, we have to be honest. And honestly, I never played most of those games, and I know some of them are quite big. Like Shadow of the Colossus, The Last Guardian, Heavy Rain. I never really played these, and maybe I have to, maybe I need to, I don't know. But yeah, I've never played PlayStation 1. I played a very little PlayStation 1 at my cousin's house, never on my own, and I played a very little PlayStation 2 because I was way too young when PlayStation 2 came out. So let's start this right now. Well, let me think. We'll start from the gamer type. We've listed it all here. These are, I think, some of the best exclusive, if not the best ones of all time. So the first one is Spyro. Spyro, I played once. And it was a good game. It was fun. I had fun playing Spyro. I think it was a great game. It was PlayStation 1. It was at my cousin's house. It was, I didn't have a PlayStation or anything at the time. So I had to, whenever I had to play, it was because my cousins were like 16, 17 at the time. They were already old. They're like all the place. And one of our uncles, he owned like a video game store. So they're all the coolest like video games, gadgets and shit like that. So it was super, super cool. So I'll put Spyro on good, just because it was fun. Back in the day, I needed a little to be entertained. And the same thing goes for Crash Bandicoot, because that was one of the 2 games they had, that they were available at their house. They had all the PlayStations, all the consoles, 1, 2. I don't think they had 3 because I don't remember if it came out at the time. But like they're all the PlayStations you could dream of. They even had one of those like arcade style video games that you can only play at the stores. It was so cool. I loved going to their houses. They had a massive projector where I used to play Spider-Man. It was so much fun. The next 2 are games that I have played honestly for 15 minutes tops. Bloodborne and Demon Souls. I am horrendously bad at Souls game. I love them. I love the idea of the grind. I respect it. I love the challenge of the game. I'm just not good at it. And I honestly, so Bloodborne, I lasted, I didn't finish the first level, but I think I lasted half an hour in Bloodborne. But because of the hype and everything, I want to say, because I'm not good, I'll put this into good. Because I didn't love it. I loved the idea of it, but I wasn't good. Maybe I should put it into loved it, because if I was good, I think I would play. You know what? I'll put this into love there, because it was actually, because as I said, I love the idea. I love the idea that you can grind, you can fight, but I hate the fact that you don't, you get to like you can't do checkpoints. It just pisses me off so much, the fact that if you die you have to restart the whole level. Horrendously. Demon Souls I lasted even lower. Demon Souls I lasted like 10 minutes. Mostly because I got bored. It wasn't even for the challenger. I played, the beginning of it when you respawn as a knight, and then I thought it was. I loved the remaster of it. Like I said, I'm not a big Souls fan. I wish I was. I wish I could tap into those games. But I want to put this into average because it was a remastered. First of all, it was alright, but I don't know, it didn't hit the spots. I didn't play for long, so that could be most likely why. Days Gone. Days Gone has to be one of the best, zombie games apart from The Last of Us. The story, the main character, the plot twist at the end, where you find out, I mean, spoiler alert, where you find out, that there's actually like a hybrid going on between zombies and humans, almost like the next chain in the evolutionary chain. I love the hordes. They were so scary, when you have to clear those hordes and things like that. I love them, the fact you have your bike. I love the main character. He was so much fun, very badass. Similar to Joel in a way, but like, it was unique in its own way, which is really nice from PlayStation to differentiate the two universes. And that's why I'm going to put this game Legendary. I just really liked it. I think it was a great game. I would definitely replay it and rewatch, because I watched the first and then played it. Next, Detroit Becomes Human. So this one I watched gameplays of. Funny enough, I watched Valkyrie's gameplay. It was one of the first gameplays I watched when she was doing series in terms of like when I discovered her. Detroit Becomes Human is weird because like I think it's good. I like the idea of the choosing, and I loved all the memes that like mission accomplished, blah 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 blah. So I want to put this as good. Like I said, I never fully played them, and maybe something I need to play. That I mean, you will see the recurring theme is the games that are supposed to be absolutely amazing. I haven't played for some oblivious reason, mainly because I don't know. I just like because this came out when 2017, 2016, 2015. 20 something. I could only buy 2 games a year. That was the deal, the pact me and my mom had. So I could only buy 2, and obviously I prioritized. Once a year was Call of Duty, and the second one was either depending on what came out that year. It was Uncharted 4 in 2016. It was the God of War in 2017. Then I didn't play games for a while. Like I remember because I had exams. So I didn't play for a whole year. I didn't play video games. It was horrible days. But the nightmares, the flashbacks. But yeah, that's why I want to put Detroit Becomes Human in good. Ghost of Tsushima. I had no expectations for Ghost of Tsushima when it was releasing. I thought it was going to be a cool idea. I thought it was going to be very similar to Sekiro, or like very Souls-like game. It completely blew me. It was, the expectation were off the roof when I finished it. It was so good. I had so much fun. I loved the idea. I loved the decision to whether you can kill the anchor at the end. I love the grind. I grinded so much in this game. I almost platinumed it as well. I grinded so much that when I fought the final boss, the big boy invader, he was easy as fuck. I honestly destroyed him because I grinded so much in the secondary missions that honestly I was slapping him like a piece of meat slapped about. But yeah, no, this goes into Legendary. No questions, no things asked. Now we're getting into the source. The God of War games. I watched gameplays, played all God of War games, I want to say. This is God of War 1, I'm pretty sure, and I didn't play it. I watched gameplays of it, and I watched gameplays of God of War 1 and 2. I really like God of War 2. I think I want to say God of War 2 was a really good one. God of War 1, I think it was good, because I don't remember that much of it. I don't want to, God of War 2 was amazing. I love Santa Monica as a studio. I think they're an outstanding studio for what they created with their IPs. And I really look forward for them. I mean, have you heard the rumors of the next God of War? It's like a DLC. Basically, it's going to be around the giants and, helping Atreus finding all the giants. So it's a pretty interesting concept. But yeah, I think God of War 2 over God of War 1 for me at the moment. Then we have God of War 3. I think these are the same ones, just one of them is remastered for PlayStation 3. God of War 3, I really liked. I thought it was a good game. I like the fact that you killed Zeus and everything, so I'm trying to think where to put it. God of War 3, like I think you know what? I'll put this into love there because it's at the time we need to think about that at the time. At the time you kill all the you kill all the gods. You become it's you fight Zeus. you know, you get betrayed at the beginning by the giant, by the, you know, the giant, the Atlas. So yeah, I want to say love them. I think I'm comfortable with that choice. This is basically the same thing, so we put this here. This is just the non-remastered version. God of War 1 has to be legendary. I'm sorry, but sorry, God of War 4. Such, like, it was, you know, when, like, you know, a lot of time reboots, they fail. They don't hit the spot. What Santa Monica did with God of War 4, just God of War, is outstanding. Change of mythology, complete change of characters, because, you know, Kratos went from a bloodthirsty, revengeful soldier to an absolute, you know, to a father figure trying to, you know, trying to raise a kid in a universe it's not his. I love Baldur as the main enemy, all the mythology around him. I thought it was a great game. Overall legendary. And this is going to be controversial now, because I'm going to jump to Ragnarok. Ragnarok, in my opinion, I loved it. It's not legendary. Let me explain why. It's an outstanding game. I loved it from the minute I played it to I platinumed the game. I loved it. I love the Berserkers. Well, I mean, I hated the motherfucker, one of them. But like you know, it was fun. But I think it was rushed at the end. Because I didn't know this, I heard rumors about it, but then it was confirmed that before, God of War Ragnarok was supposed to be 2 games. God of War Ragnarok Part 1, which basically is the whole game that we play until Ragnarok, and then God of War Ragnarok Part 2, which is Ragnarok and beyond. Because in my opinion, the whole Ragnarok fight felt almost like anticlimactic. It was so quick. We literally just launched the attack, and then we just we kill a couple of enemies, and then we reach Odin and Thor. I wish there was more fighting. There was almost like a real battle. So I feel like it was a bit, you know, they either could have made it longer or they could have made it into 2 games. I think with 2 games I would have mind waited. I think it would create even more hype. But I think maybe because of production cost and, you know, like timelines, they wanted to do it all in 1 game. So I think that's why they did it. But that's why it's not loved it, because I feel like there could have been more. I loved everything though. Almost like I mean, like I said, I platinumed the game. I loved the grind. The grind was so almost like it was obviously rewarding. I hated the blasphemous challenges, the crucifix challenges. They were so painful, but I don't know. I don't even know how I managed to do one of them. The one with the circles, where you have to keep everyone outside of the circle, was so hard. I don't even know how I passed that. Next one. This is God of War. I think this is God of War Ghost of Sparta. Ghost of Sparta, I loved it. God of War Ghost of Sparta was so fun. It was a PSP game. Wait, is that Ghost of Sparta? Honestly, I don't know what. So one of them is Ascension, which I never played actually. Let's say, I think that's Ascension actually. Let's make this here. And I think God of War Ghost of Sparta is this one. I don't even know. That's so small. Why are you zooming on the freaking pictures? But yeah, God of War Ghost of Sparta is amazing. One of my first PSP games. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely fucking loved it. It was the first time I ever seen a sex scene apart from Assassin's Creed 2 in a game. So it was pretty fun. I'll never forget that mission when you reach Sparta and there's like a big orgy and you have to like press quick time events to gain XP. Just so much fun. Kratos was a different guy back in the day. It was before he made his wife. Horizon. I don't know what this one is. Horizon 1 I loved though. I thought it was a good game. I didn't actually, I literally just said I loved it, but I think it was a good game. It didn't hit all the marks for me. I found it a bit slow at the start, almost boring. Like I love the concept of, you know, like, oh, is it, you know, the machines are taking over and everything. Maybe I didn't grind enough, or I didn't, like, you know, push enough throughout the main story. And also at the time I played Horizon during I played wait, that's Horizon Forbidden West, I think, actually. Wait. This is Zero Dawn. Because I played Zero Dawn when it was 2020. It was COVID times, and I was playing basically I was playing all the games I hadn't played because I had time. And I remember I had just finished Assassin's Creed Odyssey, where I had over 150 hours on it because I grinded a lot on that game. And I didn't take any breaks. I just jumped straight into Horizon. So I feel like I almost reached a burnout where I was playing, you know, back to back so much that I was like, you know what, I'm not enjoying this. So I stopped playing it. So I think that could be one of the reasons. But you know, it was a good game overall. I think it's you know, I love the the Horizon IP. I did not play Horizon Forbidden West, but I did watch gameplays of it, and I'm gonna put this one as well on good. It just, you know, I love the idea, I love the weapons, but I think maybe it's not my style of game. But you know, I think I need to give it another shot. I think that's the reason I put it. Maybe it will be higher once I replayed Zero Dawn and Forbidden West. Also, Forbidden West was expensive when it came out. it was salty expensive. So yeah, that's my decision, at least for that. What else? What else? So we have Infamous. Oh, Infamous was great. I had so much fun. I think I want to put. This is tough because I played this so long ago. I want to put, before we put Infamous 1, which is obviously the big one, I want to put average for the second Son, mainly because I only watch gameplays and I don't know, I don't have that much connection to it. I think, what's the difference between these two? I don't know, both Infamous. Okay, well, because I don't think Infamous, is there, oh yeah, there is an Infamous 2, I forgot. So this is probably Infamous 1 and this is Infamous 2. I played Infamous 2, I want to say average that too. But Infamous 1, it's between loved or good. Because realistically, Infamous 1 was, I don't know, I had so much fun playing, but I didn't play for a long time because I got stuck. You know what? I'll put it on loved it because realistically, if it did come out remastered, I will play it and I think I would enjoy it. Yeah, I think that makes sense to me. Yeah, let's do that. Because when it came out, I don't know, I got stuck on one level and then I stopped playing because it was the, you know, I was at the time where in my life as a kid where I played games and I was not good at it. I was just average at the games if they didn't spell out what you had to do. So probably that's why. Alright, next. So next I wanna say Kills. So yeah, let's do the Killzone trilogy. Oh my god, there's a dog barking. That is so annoying. Honestly, my windows are made of like freaking paper. Like, there's no point having them. They're like, you can hear everything from the streets. All right, Killzone. I mean, it's one of my favorite franchises in PlayStation. Killzone 1, I don't remember a lot. I do not remember a lot, but I still think I love the Killzone. For me, my favorite was Killzone. I think it was Killzone 3, my favorite out of all of them. So I'll put these one like here. And for me, Killzone 3 is legendary because of the attachments I have. And the way I played it, I think it was one of my favorite games. And it was you know, direct competitor of Halo. I love the cutscenes. I love everything about it. What I think was horrible was Shadowfall, and I think it just doesn't hit. You know, Shadowfall was just so bad. I don't know. I played it. I finished it. First of all, it's super complicated. The trophy list and everything. I remember like there was so many different confusions around the trophy list. But I just thought it was very different from the Killzones that we grew up with. You know, Killzone 1, 2, and 3 is all about, you know, this fight against the Elgast, against, you know, this massive war. And then in Killzone 3, you pretty much wipe out most of them. And then in Killzone 3, if you remember, there's a secret ending where there's two Elgast soldiers who are like scanning, you know, one of the ships that was destroyed. And you find an emergency pod that was released, and he's like, "Welcome back, sir." So someone survived. Was it the scientist? Was it, you know, we don't know who survived. We assume it was a scientist, but it just stops there. It doesn't really build anything after Killzone 3. And I remember it's because I remember reading an interview by one of the developers, and they were like, "Yeah, you will never know what happened there." You know, it's just because Shadowfall was a completely new game. So I think they kind of missed the ball. And this is what I'm saying, you know, when we were talking about the difference between God of War and Killzone Shadowfall, that's it. Sometimes it can be really, really hard to rebrand the game. Santa Monica did an outstanding job creating a new God of War around Atreus and around Kratos. Shadowfall was the opposite. It was, in my opinion, it didn't hit the mark as much, and it was very short as well. I think it was like less than 10 hours game. Did not enjoy it that much. Now we enter two have to be legendary games. So let's start with Spider-Man. Spider-Man is legendary, no questions about it. Game is long, it's nice length. I think it's like what, 30 hours, 35 hours, 40 hours, which is what a game should be. I hate games that are less than 10 hours. I think they're a scam, and Resident Evil 3 is one of them. Can't believe that was a game, not a DLC. But yeah, Spider-Man 1 has hold. It's like, I think it's the greatest superhero game. Like, I think even Batman Arkham Knight, they're kind of like, it goes edge to edge, but I think Spider-Man edges because of the ending. The ending is amazing because it shows, you know, do you save one person or do you save the world? You know, and you know, it's that story that you know, there's a saying, you know, the hero will sacrifice you to save the world, but a villain will sacrifice the world to save you. And I think that's, you know, Spider-Man is the, you know, the definition of a hero. You know, he saves, you know, he puts himself under, he sacrifices his hand under Aunt May to save the world. And it's, you know, almost a juxtaposition to you know, if anyone has watched Across the Spider-Verse, you know, the ending where you have to let either his dad die, you know, Miles has to let his dad die or no, and then, you know, it's the same decisions. Or even The Last of Us, do you save Ellie or you let everyone else, you know, get a cure? So it's pretty simple. You know, it's an amazing message and it's an amazing story, and I love the Sinister Six. You know, I love Spider-Man in general. I mean, everyone growing up had like the superheroes that everyone loved were Batman, Iron Man, and Spider-Man. Batman because he was a cool billionaire, you know, especially with Iron Man, but Spider-Man was the nerd. And whoever was nerdy or like, you know, not the coolest kid on the table, you know, everyone loved Spider-Man around that time. Miles Morales, I don't, because it's short, it's like a DLC, you know. I loved it. And I think I'm going to put this into loved it. And I'll tell you why. Because it's I mean, I loved it. I want to say it's legendary. I don't know why though. I don't feel like it deserves the legendary spot. Because I feel like Spider-Man 2 will have that. But because in Spider-Man Miles Morales, we explore more of Miles, we explore more of him, and the ending was so good. I honestly cried, I honestly wept. I have a picture, I remember sending it to my friend's group chat. After I finished playing Miles Morales, I was actually weeping, I was crying. I was not expecting that ending at all. And when, you know, all the neighbors, you know, they come around, because if you play the secondary missions, the ending hits you even harder. Because I played all the secondary missions, and I platinumed the game. So the ending hits you even harder because you basically help that community. You helped those people to be better. You know, so when they all come in your rescue and, you know, take the press away, I loved it. And I mean, for me, it's legendary. I loved it. 1 and 2 is fine, but I want to put the loved it just because it was a DLC and because Spider-Man 2 is coming out. Medieval, I loved them. It was by one of them. So one of them is the PSP version, which I think is the first one. So I want to put the PSP to love this. I loved a lot of games, and because I love the PSP version so much, I want to put good because for the PlayStation, you know, the remastered version. Medieval was so different. Medieval was just a different game. If you look at all this list, Medieval was just different. I just love Sir Francis Drake. No, not Francis Drake. What's it called? Something Francis. Sir Francis. Here we go. Sir Francis. I even have the Pump of Rock for him. It's a limited edition. I'm so proud of getting it. It was just a fun game. One, you had like you know, you play, you know, Sir Francis, you have to fight, you know, this wizard. On PSP it was so fun, and I never finished the game on PSP. I got really close, but all the enemies, the variety of the enemies, I think it was a very creative game, and it was a very different game from what everyone used to be playing. So I think that's why I loved it. And also, like, I want to say, like, the PlayStation version was good, really good as well. So yeah, no, really good. Love Medieval. I never played Medieval 2 actually. I just realized that. I didn't even know there was a Medieval 2. Oh, I kind of want to see what it's about now. Okay, Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank. Okay, so pretty sure. So let's start with the obvious ones that I really, you know. Let's start with the good ones. So I want to say, so All for One was average for sure. I don't think it was alright. Not the best. Same thing for Assault. Not the best twins. I actually never played Nexus. I just realized. And I never played Arms Commando. That's like the PlayStation 1 version. Alright, Cracking Time has to be on the love though. Because I just found this, so, you know, the last Lombax, then you have to fight him. It was, you know, it was really good shit. Then Rift Apart. Rift Apart was good. I want to say it was not amazing, but I loved it. Bro, I can't speak. Why am I saying this? I'm so contradicting myself. No, Rift Apart was really good. It was 6 hours longer. I played them. We played them on streamer. It was fun, but I don't know. There was something about it that, like, you know, I really like the idea of, you know, like, you know, you get the different environment, you know, the different areas from the previous games. But I think, you know, there is better. The old one were better, so I want to say, and one of them is Search for Booty. I loved Search for Booty. This is probably like a very controversial one, but I found it's my personal opinion. Search for Booty was so fun. I just loved the Pirates game. It was so fun. The beginning, you know, I loved that. It was one of my Quest for Booty is it's like one of, I think I said the story 1,000 times. It's my first. When I got my PlayStation 3, I had 3 games: Quest for Booty, Resistance: Fallen Man, and Uncharted 1. And I remember coming back from school sometimes and just playing Ratchet & Clank. It was so fun. The memories around there are what makes it so much fun. Then we have, this is the Ratchet & Clank. I think this is the 2016, 2018 version. And I want to say that was average as well. It was fun. Not my favorite, but it was still really fun to play. Then we have one of them. It should be the one of these two is the, what's it called? The one with the weird little alien. I forgot the name. I think it was like Search of Destruction, Arms of Destruction. I think it was called. I think it's this one. And I want to say this was really good as well. I had fun, but for me, the one I loved the most was Search for Beauty and Cracking Time. And this was really good still. I love the fact that you can travel between worlds, and I love the grind. I'm not sure what this one is. Oh wait, no, this is Tools of Destruction. So put this here. So I don't know what this one is. It's so hard. They should tell you what the titles are when you hover over them. So dumb. Resistance. Resistance has to be, so Resistance 2 for me is legendary. I love Resistance 2. It was such an upgrade from Resistance 1. It was way more FPS vibe, more story driven, and the aliens variety, everything was so much better in Resistance 2. Resistance 1, I loved them because it was such a unique game. When I played it, it was very scary, but I think I had so much fun. I grew into it. It was really, really good. And Resistance 3, I think it was a really good game. I really liked the story. I really liked everything around it. So I want to say it was good. I think it was, I want to say almost loved it. I remember the collector edition being so fucking cool. Yeah, like I think you had the satchel on the collector edition with the diary and everything, plus the Chimera statue. But I want to say it was good. I think I really like Resistance 2, but I think 1 and 2 were Resistance 3, sorry, but 1 and 2 were my favorites. 3 was fun, but because it was a different vibe. 3 was more of a survival. Agent Clank, legendary would be like a bit too much of a push, but I think I loved it. If you had never played Secret Agent Clank, you missed out on a mad game. That was the funniest thing ever. Like it was all about, it was him being a spy. I think we talked about it in the remastered games. Him being, you know, the levels were fun. It's very simple and creative, and I think I would love to see it on PlayStation as a quick gamer, but it was so fun. It was a different vibe from Clank. It was a completely different universe from the Ratchet and Clanks that we usually have. Now, The Last of Us. The Last of Us has to be, okay, well, I mean, this is going to be very easy. So, The Last of Us Remastered, I loved them. And then The Last of Us 1, I mean, is this even debatable? Like, is this even a debate at this point? The order for me didn't hit. I'll put it here really quickly, but let's talk about The Last of Us real quick. The Last of Us is by far one of the greatest games of all time, one of my favorite games of all time. Both 1 and 2. Right now we're streaming The Last of Us 2 on grounded mode plus permadeath. That's how much, you know, I'm investing into the game. The Last of Us 1 is great from your first time that you play it to your 100th time that you play it. It's that kind of game. It doesn't get old. It just it hits the same every single time. And I absolutely love the PS5 remastered. The PS5 remastered was the best remastered I've seen in terms of the quality and in terms of the graphics behind it. The Last of Us 2 is the game that the more you play, the more you love. And that's, you know, something controversial because the first time I played The Last of Us, I hated it. The second time I played The Last of Us, I completely changed my mind. Now, I'm hating Dina. because I'm playing on grounded mode and Dina is useless, but the Last of Us, the more I play, the more I understand, the more I'm seeing things that I didn't see the first 2 times. For example, when you go to Joel's house, there's a rabbit that, you know, is in the entrance of the house, and that's the rabbit that, you know, but it's kind of like almost an Easter egg, I want to believe, to when we killed that rabbit to save Joel, you know, when he was injured for food. So I think, you know, The Last of Us, you know, is an outstanding game, outstanding franchise. I can't wait for The Last of Us Part 3. And I mean, you know, two videos on The Last of Us did so well, you know, the ending explanation and the DLC idea. So The Last of Us, I love Ellie, I love Joel. I'm so sad I'm not going to see Joel anymore, but Ellie, favorite character, one of my favorite characters of all time. And with the order, I don't know, it just wasn't, I think it was like, it was supposed to be a horror game, but it wasn't really horror-y, and it was very short, I remember. I think it was like, it was fun, but I don't know, it's just something I wouldn't really play again. No, it didn't really hit me. It didn't really like give me that vibe, give me that like that sauce that I needed. Uncharted though. This is my second favorite franchise, or my first favorite. Like, I love Uncharted. I love Naughty Dog. Naughty Dog for me is the greatest studio of all time. Let me see. Let's start with Lost Legacy. Lost Legacy was good, I think. It was not amazing. It was good though. I replayed it twice or 3 times. It's one of those games, the more you play, the more you like it. I think it was, you know, what they did with Nadine and Chloe was really fun. I love the fact that Sam was in there in the end. The main evil guy was really good. And I love exploring more about, you know, the thing I love about Uncharted, you learn more about different cultures. And I love that they choose the Indian culture, because it was really, you know, I found it really fun, and I found it really like refreshing, learning something that, you know, I've never really seen much in video games. Then let's start with Uncharted 1. I think Uncharted 1 was really good. It was the beginning of a massive adventure. It was fresh, new, major competitor to Tomb Raider. So I thought Uncharted, and you know, Nathan was so fun in this game, very cranky, very badass. You know, not giving a shit about anything. Uncharted 2, there. Uncharted 2, legendary. Uncharted 2, like, that was like the biggest sequel ever, I think. Uncharted 2 was just so, first of all, was longer. Uncharted 1 is 26 chapters, Uncharted 2 is 28 chapters, I think. The main evil guy, Lazarevich, super spot on, amazingly scary and evil. The levels, the diversity of the traveling. Uncharted 1 is all in the same place, more or less. Uncharted 2, you first go to Nepal, then you go to Tibet, then you go, you know, you're in the Borneo, you're in, you know, in Turkey. So, you know, you go through so many different areas that I love the idea of it. You know, I remember when I bought Uncharted 2, on the way back home, I was just like reading the back consistently, and I got back home, I turned all my blinds down, and I started playing it. Loved it. Such a fun idea. Uncharted 3, loved it. I didn't like it the first time. The first time I played, I didn't like it. The second time, it hit me hard. When Drake proposed to Elena, or like, you know, there's a whole exchange. I absolutely loved it. I honestly cried because I thought I was never gonna see Uncharted again. I thought I was never gonna see Drake again. And the idea of it, because Uncharted almost ends in the same way with Nathan and Lena. So when Uncharted 3 when I replayed it, it really hit me. Uncharted 4 is the best Uncharted. Uncharted 4 has everything: action, love, sadness, you know, remorse. You know, that's everything, because it's the end. Like the title says, a thief end. It's the end of that side of Drake. It's the end of everything. You know, and for me, the scene in the epilogue when there's the picture of Drake as a kid, and then the picture of Elena and him when they were like in Uncharted 1 is so good. It fully reminds me of you know, it shows that, you know, and with the sign "Sick Palm is Mama," small greatness from small beginnings. It just, that's like, whoever created that scene, it's a razor, because it was amazing. It was an outstanding scene. The whole game is amazing, very well length. I love the shooting, the movement, the grappling. There were so many things that were great in that game, man. I think you know, I mean, I played Uncharted 4 like 5-6 times. I played all Uncharted 5 times each, and I platinum every one. So absolutely amazing game. Uncharted 4 really hit the mark. I think it was one of the greatest Uncharted games, together with Uncharted 2, and that's why it's legendary in my opinion. Until Dawn, I loved it. Until Dawn was really good. I think Until Dawn was I don't think. I mean, I want to say there was not horror games like those ever made before. I think Until Dawn was the first of its kind. Until Dawn was so good. The decision making, the fact that you can't save, so decision are permanent, made the whole experience more scary because it's life or death situation. While in many cases you can restart from the checkpoint, you can't. You have to replay the whole thing. So I really like that concept. Together with like the Wendigo were terrifying. They reminded me of Gollum from the Lord of the Rings, but they were terrifying. The story was great, and I really liked it. And I mean, the Quarry, that is like it's a sequel, but it's a different kind of sequel. Wasn't really. I loved the Quarry. It was so much fun. So the Until Dawn, loved it. Not legendary, really, but it was great. And this leaves us to these two, which I don't know what the hell this is, honestly. And Journey. Journey was, I never played them. Okay, I need to be honest because I literally I had cut a bit in the middle of this podcast where I put Journey and loved it because I thought I'd played it. But then I actually didn't play it. But I heard a lot of good things and I really want to play this. So I'm going to put this anyway I'm going to never play it actually. I'll stick to that. Because this at least gives me an idea of what to play, and because I really want to play, Journey. I want to play Heavy Rain, Shadow of the Colossus, Medieval 2 now. Since I never played Metal Gear. I played Metal Gear like Pantheon Pain, was that called? And I hated it. It was so boring. I just didn't understand it. But yeah, this is it then. This is my tier list of what I think are the best, of the best. PlayStation exclusives. Obviously, the older PlayStation gets, the better the exclusives get. So PlayStation 1 and 2 didn't really have any like hitting hit and run, home runs, kind of like exclusives. But look at the thing is, this is why I love PlayStation. Look at the diversity of each title. You got zombie title, you got samurais, you got God of War, North the Gods, you got alien invasions, you got superheroes, you got like medieval, you got Infamous, you got Until Dawn, you got Horizon. The diversity of the titles is what makes a great studios, in my opinion. The more diverse you are, the more diverse experience you can give to players, from a game perspective, the better you'll do. If you're a game like Call of Duty or Activision, sorry, that focus just on that one game, you'll just create a toxic fan base, and that's what happens with Activision because the game is the same. And same with FIFA. They always expect massive changes, but they never actually get them, and then they get all really toxic. Oh, they caught in the past, where they get hold up on the past. Whereas these are just some of the best games. I mean, the legendary section. Just look at that. Days Gone, Killzone, Spider-Man, Resistance, The Last of Us, Uncharted. Like, just those alone, I think that legendary section, I think, is worth more than the whole Xbox exclusives. I mean, look at Starfield, kind of flopped. Like, it's supposed to make $1 billion over 4 years, where God of War made 100 million on release. So, yep, nope. But yeah, so this is my thingy. I hope you enjoyed it. The next episode will be my first ever unboxing. I will unbox the collector edition for Spider-Man 2, my first ever collector edition ever. You will see my hands, so it will not be a face reveal, but you will see my hands, which will be like it will be weird. I've never filmed anything in my home, so like it will be fun. I will see how it goes. But yeah, no, Spider-Man 2, I think it's shipping next week. It's shipping really soon on the 15th, because I'm supposed to make my payment before the 14th. So it will be very fun when it comes. I'm so excited. I can't wait to play it. We'll probably stream it together. I need to think when we'll stream it, because if I stream it on release day, it's going to be impossible for people to care about it, because everyone will be like streaming it. So maybe a couple of days before streaming it. And because right now, to be fair, we have really like heads on, deeps on The Last of Us. So we're playing The Last of Us right now. I'll try and finish the game. I think it will be almost impossible to finish it. But until we have something else to play. And also, I think I'm gonna buy the Walking Dead, the Telltale edition. I love that. I really want to play that game. I think it looks like such a fun game. So I'm gonna play that. I can't wait to play it. But yeah, I think this is everything from my side of the section. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. What are your favorite games? What do you agree with my my list? Do you agree with what I said? Some people probably don't think games like Resistance and Killzone really, you know, deserve to be up there, but because of the, you know, the way I played them and the impact they had, you know, the presence they had more than anything, it's an amazing, you know, thing. Maybe even Uncharted 1 deserves to be like up there with Uncharted 2 and 3 and 4. But you know, it was one of their first games. It got better after that when you compare them to everyone else. So, but yeah, thank you so much everyone for joining. I hope you have an amazing day, and yeah, thank you so much for the support. We're doing great. I'm very excited for the future, and yeah, the next podcast will be my hands reveal. But yeah, no, this has been an amazing video. Thank you so much for staying, and I'll see you soon. Love you all. See ya. Bye.